Rex and Rebecca Clark will be spending the rest of their lives in prison. I was in the courtroom today when the sentencing came down.
Who's a liar?
A hectic scene after court.
Mr. Sloan.
What are your thoughts of spending the rest of your life in prison?
I don't figure to spend our life in prison.
We're innocent.
Once we get honestly tried, we'll be free.
Rex and Rebecca Clark walked out angry, even pushing one reporter against a wall.
Everybody back up, please.
This was moments after the judge sentenced them to 5 life sentences each.
Thank you. Back up.
I said move, sis.
The Clarks were found guilty for child abuse on their nephews, Colton and Homer Clark. They're also convicted for the murder of 9-year-old Colton. The little boy disappeared in 2006 and has never been found.
We got the results that we wanted, and there was justice served for my brother, and that's all that matters.
This is Homer, who has since taken a new identity as TJ Sloan. He remembers seeing his little brother bloodied and beaten.
I'm sorry this ever happened, and that we got failed by so many people, and that, the kid never got to live his life.
Sloan also suffered a lot of abuse. The Clarks used a cattle prod to the kid's genitals and hit them with bamboo stock, a wooden cane, and a coat hanger. And to this day, still making threats to Sloan.
Rex said that he would live to piss on my grave.
But this young man won't let the Clarks instill fear in him any longer.
He's just a big old angry, cowardly man, and that's all he ever has been. Ain't nobody scared of him, ain't nobody should be scared of him.
Today brought a sense of closure for Sloan. But justice won't bring his brother back.
I mean, he missed out on his whole life. He was 9 years old. But I love him, and I miss him more than anything.
And the Clarks have 10 days to appeal this judgment. They've already indicated to the judge that they do wish to appeal. For now, on the scene, on the story, in Ada, Tiffany Liou, News 9.
News 9's Tiffany Liou is live in the newsroom with the exclusive story tonight. Tiffany?
Yeah, Kelly, I've talked to the family almost every day over the last week. Austin's mother wants people to hear her son's story.
It's that time of year. School photos are out. Usually parents pick 1 or 2, but Austin's mom wants to keep all of them.
That morning he waved at me. He turned around and waved.
The 10-year-old and his little brother Aiden were dropped off at a friend's house. Last Saturday, this grassy play area became a crime scene.
My son said it was not an accident.
A 13-year-old boy, unnamed, had a crossbow. The sheriff says he pointed it at the brothers and fired.
I don't understand.
Now photos are all she has left of Austin.
Your son told you it was on purpose?
Yes, he was mad.
The broadhead arrow went through Austin's stomach and struck Aiden in the arm. Elizabeth Conaway sped to her kids. Aiden will recover.
And then when I tried to go to Austin, they wouldn't let me go to him.
She eventually sat in the back of the ambulance with Austin.
I just wanted him to wake up.
It was too late.
I just begging God, please, not my baby.
Austin had a big smile and a bright future.
He had his first basketball game the following Monday, and he was so excited.
Elizabeth will never get to see her oldest son score a winning point.
He was so ready, too. He was so excited.
That morning, remember, she said Austin waved at her.
I waved back.
It's a moment Elizabeth will always cherish.
To keep smiling, baby. Mama, we'll see you again.
And Austin's funeral was over the weekend. Elizabeth said so many people were there to support her family. At one point, it became standing room only. Live in the newsroom, Tiffany Liou, News 9.
News 9 requested this letter through the Open Records Act.
We released our statement on the termination. It pretty much speaks for itself.
It's addressed to Lieutenant Ken Thompson, a longtime investigator with the Canadian County Sheriff's Office.
You know, when someone takes a job in law enforcement, that's a position of public trust. I mean, so you're held to a higher degree of accountability.
Sheriff Chris West says Thompson made a personal financial transaction, and it links back to an organized theft ring the lieutenant was investigating. In August, Thompson wrote a personal check for a $4,300 air conditioning system, but got a $1,500 discount from Theodore Gatlin, the owner of a local heat and air business. The sheriff says Gatlin was a co-conspirator in the theft ring involving prominent Oklahoma home builder Dennis Lee. The letter indicates Gatlin was never charged. He instead provided crucial evidence for the prosecution in Lee's federal trial. Both he and Thompson would be key witnesses. But the sheriff says this personal engagement has, quote, damaged the prosecutorial efforts.
You can't be doing personal business with people that you're investigating.
Sheriff West writes, Your conduct has brought shame and discredit on the sheriff's office and its hardworking, honorable employees. Even noting this isn't the first time Thompson has disappointed him. Years ago, while West was under sheriff, Thompson was in a chase where he did thousands of dollars of damage to his unit and also failed to mention he fired his gun during the incident.
And for transparency purposes, you have to take the appropriate action.
The document reads, "You have violated the public trust and your conduct gives the appearance of public corruption." Lieutenant Ken Thompson was fired on September 13th, effective immediately. Signed by Sheriff Chris West.